Hey guys, it's Joe. Once again, thank you for joining us for another episode of the Three Paisans with Michael Della Rocca. Currently, we recorded this when Michael was in his few days of darkness, and he has his channel back, but it's not monetized. He's working on that, and he's working with a liaison from YouTube. And hopefully, this goes like he's manifesting, which it's really cool to watch him use all his skills and his talents and everything he's learned to manifest this. And I think this is going to be an example for those of us that have lost channels and been censored, etc., to reach out to hopefully to Michael and get advice from him. I know we will. So I want to talk a little bit about the censorship. We are very appreciative of the support and the following. And if people can, just to support, just to follow us on like Telegram and Twitter, etc., is really appreciated. Just want to let you know we do have Patreon coming up July 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific. And that's for our supporters on there. I'm going to share the screen and guide you guys through a couple things real quick here. So if you can follow us on Twitter, that would be awesome. This is the 10th channel that I've had. And I'm just putting it all into Truth Stream because, it's just easy to put everything under one umbrella, if you will. So that would be awesome. I shared this a couple times on Telegram, but when I pull up that screen, it doesn't really work and show the other things that I'm trying to share with you guys. So I recently made a post on Telegram about how Lifting Veils, the new song, is in the Cages film at the end during the credits. And a few channels have been sharing it. So thank you to the Sovereign Soul and Deep Dives from Denise, Mark Atwood, Patriot Underground. So basically, if you're on our Telegram and you go to this post, it will guide you to this video. And underneath it is the link to Cages. So the goal is to, in a way, use YouTube as a tool, showcase the video, and then get people to go straight to Cages. Now, Sound of Freedom, amazing film based on a true story. And that's related to, it's going on all over the world. What Lewis has done, and Lewis is the founder of the Truth Tour and Screw Big Gov, he's made this documentary that's focused on the state of Arizona. And there's survivor stories, you can download it. But it's been amazing what he's done. So we're trying to basically lock arms with those other channels that want to, and team up, and like, for example, with this, and get some of these projects out there to the world, and you can view this for free, etc. So just wanted to let you guys know about that. Those of you that are into my music, I do have Joe Rosati Music on Facebook, and it has articles and things about my background, college article, musician magazine information, etc. So just wanted to let you know about that. And then here's our latest with Laura Eisenhower. I'm just going to click this, and if you hit show more, these are the links for everything. I put this on, I think, most of our videos. At least I try to. Sometimes I get a little overwhelmed. But Blood Clot Dissolver with Heather Holmes. A friend of mine's been using that, and he can actually feel his heart beat better, frankly. And then here's all our links to Instagram, Twitter, Truth Social, etc. And see, there was one other thing I wanted to share with you guys. But, and then if you go here, for those of you, it is really great to support the channel. What we do is we share things with you guys that we actually use ourselves, and one of those is the Wave Watch. So if you do get this in the next week or two, we'd love to get your feedback. You can leave comments below here in the actual video, right down here. And this shows you more about the discount, etc. So it's a great way to get Rife technology that's very affordable and support our channel, because we're doing everything we can to share great stuff with you guys and have integrity, etc. So anyway, without further ado, here's the Three Paisans in July, and we really appreciate your support on everything. And please reach out if you join us on Twitter or Telegram. There's places to comment, and we'll welcome you, etc. So All right, everybody. Thanks for listening. Cheers.
Welcome to Truth Stream. It's July. We're back with Michael Della Rocca. Lots to smile about and lots to talk about. Man, he's had a hell of a week. Michael, welcome to the show. And hey, we're happy to be on your show. And we'll see where this is going. So where do we want to start here? We're walking
man. Wow, it's really great to be with you. Every month we get together, I share about the energy update of the month. And last month I shared we're going to get a June boom, and we actually did it. And we're going to share about that. We're going to go future proofs past. We're going to go back and see how this all played out. July is going to be hot. We got fireworks in July. We have the Holy Spirit fire burning up. We have resurrections in July, and the energy theme. It's really sometimes we go through a massive shift, and a lot of people might be doing some introspection. We have to go inside ourselves. You might be in further isolation. I'm doing this right now, but it's all for a divine purpose. And just like the phoenix, just like how Jesus Christ resurrected, this is a very powerful month right now. And as we are making this transmission, many people are familiar with me. I've had a YouTube channel for many years. As we're making this message, my YouTube was wrongfully taken down with 0 strikes. I never had a problem on YouTube, and magically it was taken down. I'm going to be teaching people about quantum manifestation and the reason why things happen. And maybe this message will last the test of time. But maybe people will be getting this message when the YouTube has been restored. But if you're new to me, I also have a Rumble channel and a Patreon, and the Patreon is really good. We all get together on Zoom meetings, and it keeps growing. And that's how we get the word out, and that's how we keep growing collectively. We're going through a massive shift. We actually have scientific evidence about this, and I shared it on my channel. A lot of these videos will return. But last month, when I was gathering with all of you, both of you, the 3 Paisans, I told you we're going to get a June boom. Did you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to say something real quick for everybody. We don't say this very often. We've seen some of Michael's lives, but, please hit like right now. Go ahead, hit like our channel, his. Make a comment. We want to load this up. Share it, because let me tell you, a like is a point, a comment's 10 points, and a share is 15. And we don't get enough comments.
What about subscribing? What is that?
No, that's yeah.
So we got to get a bunch of. Yeah. We need all the points. So actually, this is like a massive ripple that's happening right now. Wherever you're getting this message, this month is really supporting this massive tsunami. What I have gone through, the collective is going through. Before the tsunami wave hits, it pulls back, and it can pull back, and there's nothing there. There's nothing, and that's what I'm in right now. There's nothing there. But sometimes God puts you alone to really see everything. You want to see who your friends are. You want to see who the enemy is. And then a massive wave comes, and it's such a powerful wave. It can't be stopped. Absolutely nothing could stop the wave. Last month, we did get a wave. We got a June boom, as I shared before it happened. And that was in the Schumann resonance. Some people that are getting this are very familiar with it, and some people might not. And I share about the frequency of the planet or the world, or however a person would like to resemble it. There is a frequency in a cavity that we live in. It is from the surface of the earth up to the ionosphere, which is a dome in the atmosphere of electrically charged particles. Nikola Tesla spoke about this. The Schumann resonance is documented all the time. And during a special time period, the Schumann resonance went blackout, and then a design appeared in the Schumann resonance that was never seen before. Of course, people will come out and gaslight and shame it, which I did see that as well. This was the rapture wave 1. This wave came through. It was a wave of love and truth. And so many things were exposed and changed and cleared away. Sometimes we have to be focused on not just only growth, but removing things that distract us, removing parasitical energies that actually drain us, and that's where we're headed. We're becoming more lighter. People that are a part of the spiritual community, they speak about the light body. We're becoming more light, or more energy, and less mass or matter. And even fellow scientists, we have two former science teachers that are on this live stream right now. We could notice these changes, and you could say, how do you go deeper with this? And some people heard of chi energy in the body. We have trillions of cells, 1.4 volts. We have over 700 trillion volts of electricity in our body. And this energy and who we are is influenced. And when we think about emotions, what is emotion? It's energy in motion. People lie, people deceive. We could see it in the world. We could see it in our everyday lives. And during the time of this rapture wave, so many people saw a massive shift and change. Things were cleared away from their lives. And you might be getting this message, and please leave a comment on this video, regardless of where you are getting this message. Did you experience sudden changes during that Schumann resonance rapture wave? And I believe it was the blackout started, I think it was 16th, 17th was the middle, and 18th of June. During that shift, you might have experienced something between the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And people's lives changed. Such a sudden shift. You could see a change in your life. You could see a sudden revelation of people that were in your lives. And we have been living in an illusion and a delusion. Remember, the enemy does not lie. The enemy gives incomplete truths. On my channel, I shared a long time ago, we have to watch out for indecision, being indecisive, confusion. This Jezebel energy that has been on this planet has confusing people. We can look at the world right now. Some people don't even know who or what they are. In this world right now, we actually have to strap on the full armor of God and know clearly who we are. When you know exactly who you are, when you're not indecisive about what or who you are, you have a crystal clear path, and you could lead. What we need right now are leaders. We don't need people looking around confused. What do I do? Should I go? Should I not go? And there was an old phrase or a little story that I used to share. And a person saw all these dead rabbits all over the road, but there was no dead turtles. The turtle goes so slow, the person asked, but there's all these dead rabbits. And the answer was, the rabbit is indecisive. It's this indecisive energy. Should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? Should I not go? And then boom, it gets hit by the car. But when the turtle makes the move, and the turtle has the massive shell of protection, we all have the full armor of God around us. When the turtle makes the decision to go, it goes. And that's what we all have to do right now. We have to have the decision. We have to leave the chaotic, psychotic energy that is confusing people. You're going to have to go inside of the sacred heart. This energy, and woo, like I was feeling it. And I know it's been a crazy month, that we're going through these things. People were feeling, the heart chakra activations, or maybe you're just feeling like this heart start pumping or waking up in the middle of the night, and people were feeling this right now. You have to believe in yourself. The heart emits an electromagnetic field 5,000 times greater than the brain. If you're trying to survive the end days, if you're trying to make it through the events, if you want to see clearly, you cannot go with the brain. You have to go with the heart. Dr. Bruce Lipton said language was designed to hide feelings. People will lie. People will lie to your face, but the energy never lies. And what we all need to do as a collective, we have to start listening to our bodies, listening to ourselves, and start finding the answers, because there's a lot of confusion and delusion out there to throw you off the path. And that's the tactic of the enemy. That's what Lucifer does. Jesus Christ said, rather you get the large millstone around your neck and thrown into the deep blue sea than lead my children astray. As we go in the world right now, there's people walking this earth that will try to distract you. I encourage everyone to take a time period alone. Many, powerful people always spend time alone. I'm in this right now. I'm just a common man sitting on the beach. I'm alone with a small group of people. I'm building a foundation right now that cannot be ever shook. It's an indestructible foundation. And the finest of the finest. When I started my channel a long time ago, I said, I'm putting together a team. It's happening right now. And we are manifesting from the quantum. And this message, along with others, are going to last the test of time. As I'm leaving, we're creating this message in the dark right now. We're creating this message in the dark. And all of these things are validation that these things are possible. And each and every person that's getting this message will know that these things are possible. You can do this as well. Jesus Christ said, the miracles that I perform, you will as well, and better and more powerful. This is a time period of 144,000, or the warriors of the rainbow of the Hopi prophecy. And we're seeing a world be destroyed and people be led astray. So what we need right now are people to help others become self-empowered. That is what I will do with my every last breath. I will never bow down to the enemy. I will never lose my path. I will never listen to someone that will try to drive me off my path. And a lot of people will never lose that focus. The full armor of God, the seal in the forehead, they're not just spiritual terms. I've been through a lot of changes, and you know, maybe even these two gentlemen right now are feeling it in the chat, but sometimes you have to be dead and buried to rise again. And that's what this rapture wave gave to us. Our lives might have been turned upside down, but we have to see clearly. And now, things that we never were able to see. This is a matrix. Neo was real. This is all real. And there's levels and layers of deception. And God said, God said, And we saw that wave of love in the Schumann resonance. Some people might even see what the Hopi called sampaku, the change in the eyes of people. It's called sampaku. You could look, check anyone that's listening, check out the Hopi Blue Star Prophecy. It's there. Talked about the end days. We have to realize that the physical is nothing compared to the energetic or spiritual. What we're doing right now is we're working in the quantum field. It's important to do physical things. We have to, you know, we have to navigate in this reality. But the Schumann resonance, that frequency of the planet, is real scientific evidence that's showing us this. So June, I kind of told you guys. June boom. We got a June boom, baby. And we didn't expect these things. Expect the unexpected. But it's a blessing from God, because now we can see everything clearly. And everyone has to, if you want to move forward, we have to remember that there's free will. These are the laws of the universe. Free will and the law of consent. And with the delusions and the psychotic energy, you don't know, you want to give your consent. You want to make the right decision. So now everything you could see clearly. Everything has been cleared away. The veil has fallen. Awareness is the precursor to change. July is change.
Yeah. Well, and you said, get out of your head and follow your heart. And I think you had mentioned on a previous chat, what was the electrical charge of the heart compared to the brain?
You said 5,000.
So the field of the heart is 5,000 times greater than the brain.
5,000. Wow.
Brain is the third brain.
Yeah.
Brain is your brain. People, listen, what the heck? This guy's just wackadoo. Your brain is the third brain. I learned this the hard way. Your heart is first. Your stomach or solar plexus is second. Your brain is third. Brain is third.
Sad. I got to ask, and there was a former president that said this. He said, someday I'd like to lose everything in order to find out who his true friends are or who support. So that's something you're going through with your channel, right? Is that something you care to? What have you noticed since 7/7 of 23?
777 777s. I've said this, and people that are seeing this, whether I'm back or not, 777 2023. The 7 years, the year of the rapture. I've said this over and over and over and over and over. And there's no coincidence that on 7/7/7, a massive shift, and people are seeing this happen, and people are, changing, and to go through a complete death, to be dead and buried, it exposes everyone, everything. I'm becoming all-seeing right now. In the worst times, we become all-seeing. We see who our true friends are. We can see who the fakes are. And you will be surprised.
We were just talking to Laura Eisenhower about this, and I mentioned that I think the veils are getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And we had the real world example of the lady on the plane who saw a man that she stated decidedly was not human. And then we had the same thing happen with a UK gentleman on another flight. And, who's to say necessarily what really happened? We weren't there, but I think people are going to start seeing an awful lot more than they're used to seeing, and things that maybe they're not used to seeing or maybe have never seen, because the veils are getting so thin.
It's very interesting. I actually don't know much about this, but it's just to ask you. So there were people on a plane that saw someone on the plane, and they said, "This is not
you haven't seen the clip?" Yeah, this woman flips out. This was a huge sensation because like any tweet, this went viral, and
and was it? And people are saying, was it real? Was it staged? What I heard, there was a gentleman that made a video that was on the flight, and he said that the guy that she was referring to, he wasn't saying much. He was just kind of sitting there, and because I think whatever happened, she saw something, and he wasn't really responding to her getting all excited. Well, the gentleman that made the video, which it's either on TikTok or something like that, he said that when he looked over at this guy, that the guy winked at him, but it wasn't a normal wink. It was a wink that went sideways rather than up and down. So that's one story that I've heard.
But what he's referring to, the lady first, she gets up and she's freaking out, and she I don't remember verbatim, but she's basically saying that guy is not human.
Right.
And I'm getting off this plane.
Right.
It's just one of those.
But I think that's what she made. That's what was seen. That's what she saw to make her think, okay, he's not human, because the eye winked and went closed sideways. I don't know.
Whatever has been keeping a lot of things hidden or obscured from sight, I think is getting weak, and I think we're going to start to see a lot of strange things.
Well, and
I know I'm already seeing strange things. I'll just say it.
Right. Well, and Laura Eisenhower pointed out that in 2014 there was some kind of what was she referring to? Either a force field or something.
Yeah, some kind
of not allowing the Dracos or the
light workers had talked about that there was this energetic mesh or something in a dome to prevent any of these entities from leaving, from escaping justice or whatnot that was incoming. So we shall see. Yeah, but it sure, seems apropos with everything that's going on.
Well, I do want to say one thing before Michael speaks, and this is a tribute to the people that care about you and follow you. We've literally had people reaching out to us, commenting on some of them are going back to our first video that's going to celebrate the Paisan anniversary in September. But people are saying, can you help Michael get another channel? Can you, Michael lost a channel. They're letting us know because they know that it's beautiful to see some of the support that people are reaching out to us for you in response to you.
I'd like to thank both of those guys personally. That was a whole bunch of folks, really.
Yeah. It's a very overwhelming time period, both for good and bad, to really, see everything that is revealed to you, the outpouring of love and truth. But I'm going to do something that no one else has done. And this is going to last the test of time. And every word, I always keep my word. And for everyone that sees this and knows me very well, I will never lose focus. There's not a man or a woman that will ever put me off this path. Nothing.
God, I feel that coming through the
Yeah.
screen.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
They said, men's hearts will fail them for fear. We're seeing that, right? So I know Scott has said, I have seen very strange things.
Oh yeah.
And this guy is crazy. He's out of his mind. I have seen them. I've seen people change. I've seen random people come over to me joking around, but I think they are being real. Like, why would you say this or do this? People in your lives, like, have the sampaku in their eyes. Like, it is amazing the things that I've been seeing in the past month. The good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it's everything. And it could be overwhelming. It's like when the guy, if anyone ever seen the original Predator movie, when the guy sees the Predator for the first time, oh my God, like he's like free. So I mean, that's how I feel sometimes. I can't express to you even in a month, especially since that wave, I have seen so many things in the physical reality. So it is very strange. I mean, I'm having such beautiful people literally come out of the woodwork. I have strange examples as well. Even like a little, like, I can't even, like, is this guy good or bad? What is he saying to me? But I kind of, like, I always feel happy. I go with I really go with the heart. Don't worry about. So I think we're going to be surprised who is who. I have learned from all of my lessons. God has given me many lessons, and you cannot go with labels ever at this point. You will be surprised who loves you, who's supporting you, and you will be surprised who the enemy really is. So I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I know there's all the different types of people. I'm seeing everything. You could have whether it's a different type of extraterrestrial or whatever you think, or who's good, who's bad. Like, you'll be surprised. You just have to go. You just have to go with the vibes, and don't be scared with labels. Don't be scared of things, and just really go with the vibes at this time. And you'll be able to navigate this time, because it is going to get crazier and crazier and stranger. Miracles will happen this month.
Well, speaking of that, and I don't know if we want to call it a miracle, but it sure was uplifting. The movie The Sound of Freedom came out, and it beat out Indiana Jones, albeit it was some woke version of Indiana Jones, but beat it out 10 million on the soft opening day before the opening day. Everybody's talking about it. There's a lot of hit pieces, but that's just the enemy telling you who they are.
Right.
But I'm really impressed with how well this film is done. It deserves every bit of it and more. Everybody should see it. It's a beautifully done movie. I can't think of a more important message either. But to see it so well received really did a lot for me.
It's an amazing adventure film just on its own. And it's like, Indiana Jones 5 or I think that's what number 5 is what they're on. But this, I mean, they didn't have any threat of repeating a Hollywood script, that's for sure.
No, true story.
I mean, Taken, that people have talked about,
Caviezel, likens it to the movie Taken, but
right.
It's got a whole lot more heart than that.
The children actors were phenomenal. I mean, just so much passion, and oh man.
But the fact that it was so well received, that shows us where people are at right now. Yeah, I think that's a beautiful thing.
So I think you just we just worked together in the quantum to make the message. You just hit the nail on the head. So what people want to see and they enjoy is a real life story. And that's what we're creating right now. And when people see this all play out, it is going to be something that I just feel it already. I've shared this, and again, I'm leaving this transmission in the darkest hour. Even my mom, who's a tremendous fan of Joe and Scott, she knows how I am normally, and I'm always like, oh, the sky is falling. This is the worst. I've never felt calmer in my life. And it's so that's a sign. Sometimes we have to look for signs. And I know how I normally react to things, and I just, it's over. I never felt calmer and more confident in my life that this is going to happen. And because it's we are going to pull this off. And people will look at this, and it's a real life story. It will never be denied. And I've said this over and over and over again. You know, I sat alone. I'm sitting alone. I sit alone. I talk to God. If you don't talk to God, you should have a personal relationship with God, regardless of what Dope Francis says. He doesn't care about you. He doesn't care. You are supposed to have a personal relationship with God. But I actually have a personal relationship with God. And I spend a lot of time alone. I don't care. I will sit on the beach and I will just watch the sunset from now as long as I'm here. I'm good. I'm good. If a person could sit alone, a lot of people can't control you. I recently did a video on the Sigma archetype, and what we need are Sigmas right now. The sum of all. Hopefully that video will be back up very soon, but it's actually on Rumble. That video is on Rumble. You should check out my Rumble channel in the meantime.
Hey, and just so people know, ours is Truth Stream with Joe and Scott. Now, to find Michael, it's Our Everyday Lives, but it's one word, right?
On Rumble, it's Our Everyday Lives, one word.
One word.
On YouTube, it's Our Everyday Lives, 3 words.
Got it. Just to clarify, just so people know. Yes. So what we're reaching out now, we have what, 26,000 subscribers. Now, granted, not every person watches every show. We know people are busy, but we would love anyone that watches our show. If you could, and I'll put the links below. I'm going to put a bunch of links below. I just released a new music video. I'm going to put the links below on that, and links to Michael's channel. But please subscribe to Michael's channel, both of them. I'll put his YouTube.
Yes, put it.
I'll still put it.
When we are doing this, I'm telling you,
that's what we're manifesting. But I'll also put his Rumble channel and whatever else. But please, and I was going to show, you know what? While we talk, I'm going to show people exactly where to find this. So
yeah, and while you're over on YouTube, you can also subscribe to Truth Stream. We're there as well. There's only a couple thousand people that know that apparently, but we're there too. We don't get along all that well with YouTube for, I think, similar reasons to what's going on with Michael's channel.
Well, and again, we talked briefly, and I will. I'm not going to get into it now, but I am starting to see things that maybe others don't see or realize. And I don't think the problem is coming from where we think it's coming from. And my job as a person that is going to do things that are unimaginable is to transmute things, to make them better. That's what I intend to do. And we'll see how this plays out. You got one shot at life. I could do whatever. I could do what everyone else, does, or I could take a different path. My path has been a lonely path.
Yeah, the road less traveled.
For the past few years.
The call is coming.
I have in some ways you could look at it. I mean, I'm having a great time because I'm really living now. I'm not just doing a matrix. I've lost everything. If you look at it from a matrix lens, this guy lost a guaranteed vested teaching job because he didn't do blah 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 blah. He's lost this. He's lost that. Sometimes you have to lose everything to become the person that you came here to be.
Absolutely. Now, real quick, I'm going to show the folks something real quick. So on the Paisan anniversary, which is going to be September, I can't think of a better person to share these 2 ways to look at information. Now, this is quite frankly, and you can see, if you see it says Paisan right there. Now,
he's got the Paisan there.
Yep. See where it says description. If you hit
Yeah.
description, okay, that is where all of those lovely words come up. Now, that's the app. Now, if you go over to the actual desktop, right below, it says, you're going to see something that says show more down at the bottom. It might be a little bit out of focus right there, but it says show more. You tap show more, and then that's where you're going to see Michael's links, just so people know. Because some people they just say, where do we find these links? I have people reach out to me. There's nothing listed. Well, no, it's listed, but you just got to know where to look. So I just wanted to get that out. So now,
and we're learning. Listen, I'm learning on the fly too. Every app, every platform is different and functions differently. So you got to kind of play around. But regardless, so you have to look in the description area. However it pops up is going to be different, on each app. I think we're learning from this. We have to constantly evolve, and we have to be everywhere, because you could disappear. We are not from the matrix, but we are still operating out of the matrix.
Yep.
And you could disappear in a snap. You could press a button. Press a button.
That happened. Laura Eisenhower. We had her on. She, just like you, there was no strikes. All of a sudden, her channel went down. And hopefully, like yours coming soon, it's restored, because that's the whole manifestation part of what we're doing today.
Resurrector. Yeah,
right.
It's coming. It's coming. We have to really stay focused on things that are not the norm right now, because we're seeing things that are not the norm. And in science, they kind of call it the 100th monkey effect.
Yep.
When a person sees a miracle happen, they know that I can do this as well. And it's my honor to do these things. It's been my honor to, throw myself into the fire, into the filth, have all of the firsthand experiences, and come back and tell the story. That's what it's all about. July is the month where you find your true passion, your true self. It's hot. It's the Holy Spirit fire. And it's really time to embrace it. And, I don't know how things will play out, and it just seems like so dark, but I just have this inner peace. And the inner peace is really, we appreciate things so much more. I encourage everyone. You could say, this guy had such a big family. I don't say followers. He had such a big family, 100,000 people. Now I'm just sitting on the beach, but we're processing in the background. This is happening in the quantum. When we come back, this is going to be millions and millions, and it can't be stopped, because it will be validated. And I will do things that no one thought was possible. We have to have the inexhaustible belief in ourselves. And however this plays out, I really don't know how it's going to play out. I don't know how it's going to play out. But this is a time period. It's a very powerful month. 777. It's time for the rewards. 777s, baby. Oh yeah.
Hey, now, I want to say something to the audience. Look, we've had Michael on our show, nearly a year, and there's got to be people that know people. So while Michael's family is, his YouTube channel is the family that he's referring to, but let's have Michael on other shows. Let's have another Italian over to dinner. Have Michael on your show.
Have an Italian over to dinner. Yeah.
I mean, we have him on our show. Does anyone know these? We know a lot of truthers. We'd love to have, if they're seeing this, invite Michael over for dinner. Have some pasta. Have some salad. Have a nice glass of wine. It just has to be a table wine like I grew up.
Is it whole wheat pasta?
Maybe a little vermouth. Have Michael over for dinner until he gets his new kitchen built for the rest of us to come and join him. Does that sound? I mean, I think that works.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It's great to laugh during this time. I don't think me like years ago would be as I've just reached a point in my life where I'm just at peace. I put it up to God, and this is, if God wants me to, I think that's where we all have to leave the ego at the door. If God wants me to do the work, then It will be provided.
Absolutely.
But everything is provided one way or another. You have to have that belief. Everything will be provided, and we can't think of things through the egoic mind, you know. And this experience that I am going through, you know, a lot of us, you know, even myself, you go through the egoic mind, and how do I find more, you know, people to join, or how do I get more views? And then when you just sit there with nothing, and you just sit with it, just sit with it, that's where the magic happens. Alone, in the dark. We're in the dark now. But what happens is when the light, I told you guys, it's like I went from here
Yeah.
to here. And what also happened was all the cockroaches, all the shit went here.
Yeah.
And now everyone can see. Everyone can see. We're shifting now. A shift like never before. We're always shifting. But this shift is not like the others. So from that wave that was documented in the Schumann resonance, even if people say, it's not real, they said it's the, okay. Everyone, you're entitled to believe. You have to go with feeling right now. You have to feel it. You have to feel that we've shifted. It's a shift like never before. And now we see everything. We went from here to here. Now we see everything.
You know, this reminds me of an interview that I saw. I don't remember the gentleman's name, but it was this older Chinese guy, and he was talking about the pineal gland. And the interviewer asked, "So how do you open your third eye? How do you really activate your pineal gland?" He said, "Oh, it's easy. You just sit in the complete darkness for 10 days,
Wow.
and it'll happen." But isn't that interesting? In the presence,
Yes.
you know, you'll see the light
In the
emerge
dark.
from the darkness. So kind of goes along with what you're saying. And it seems like, as crazy as things are getting, we're being forced to be in the now, because it's the only peace you'll find. I mean, things are so chaotic, things are so nuts. And
The true power is in the now.
You find that centered place in the now. You go within, it's like nothing else. And I think life is trying to tell us that universally across the board. It seems like more and more folks are reporting a similar experience there. I know you are.
The true power is in the now.
Yeah.
We all have to stay focused on this. And people that want a 5-year plan, they have no clue what's happening. They have no clue.
What is a year? I mean, what is a minute?
I don't have a 48-hour plan. A 48-hour plan I don't have. And it's listen, it's really a great time. We are all on a journey of self-discovery. I'm discovering who I am every single day. The stuff that I knew in my innate, which is within our DNA, and sometimes we forget things from our past lives. But every lesson that I went through was validation to things that I already knew. I just had to be reminded, you know, and that's the only way that we can learn. You have to learn through first-hand experience. And that's why everything that I've overcame, it is creating something that is so powerful. Nothing is and that's just the way of the world. It is literally an energy theme that you see. I always talk about energy themes. It manifests in different ways, but to see it and to see the dead, buried, and resurrection, the dead, buried, and resurrection. It is such a powerful thing, and you know we're transmuting. We have some metamorphosis. We're turning into a beautiful butterfly there. Beautiful. So, I mean, again, how things will change. I don't know how it's going to change, but it's going to change, and it's going to be so powerful. Remember, a caterpillar can only crawl on the floor, but the butterfly can go anywhere. And then we will be everywhere.
And to get there, the caterpillar has to turn itself into liquid basically, and it's a horrific experience, right? That doesn't sound like it's any fun at all, but that's
Man,
how it becomes
is.
a beautiful thing. So when
It,
things
it
are
is.
feeling tough, you just remind yourself of that process, because it's worth it.
It's not fun. It's called Heinrich. All of a sudden, you have these beautiful angel wings that come out, but do you think it's easy to go through the process? I've been through some things that I would not wish on anyone, heart-wrenching things. But these things make us very strong. They give us life lessons. I'm a better person because of them. I'm more aware because of them. And my vocation in life, I'm a better teacher because of them.
Well said.
It's I talked about everything that was coming this month, and I talked about the time period of freedom and claiming our power. It has to be claimed. A lot of people don't realize that. We're all doing this in the quantum. We are claiming what is rightfully ours this month. We didn't come here to grovel. We didn't come here to live a life on our knees. We actually came here to claim our power.
Well said. I think people have been trying to get into America, from a lot of different countries. My grandfather came here at age 12. And at this point, I'm happy if I have shelter, food, water, I can brush my teeth. Like, I'm just so happy to have basics right now as we go through this. And so if you have those things, feel fortunate, feel lucky that you have just the basics to go through this metamorphosis, because some people don't even have that. And if you don't have that, my heart goes out to you and I hope you find that. But I mean, this isn't a prop. I mean, Scott and I literally have Airstreams. Like this is, I'm back, and I'm not going to say too much, but I go back and forth between family and friends, and I'm a little bit, but this is, this is the real deal. This is not, we don't just have an Airstream out in the woods that we shoot the show from. I mean, this is real. That's an outdoor shower out there. We're very that was like $130.
There's an indoor shower too, though.
Yeah, just so you know. It's maybe in January.
Yeah.
But my
best decision ever. To lessen my commitments to the rat race right before everything really started to get nuts. And it was just sort of offered up, and I thought it was going to be a 1 year kind of commitment, but I'm so grateful. It's really, really made all the difference in the world.
It's allowed us to have the time. I mean, we still have to.
We couldn't do this.
Yeah, if we, he had a $1,500 a month, rent
More
or
than that,
mortgage or whatever. Yeah, nowadays, forget about it. So yeah, it's allowed us to do this, and we're honored to do this. We don't have wives and kids and a massive mortgage. I mean, we're three paisans that are doing our thing, and we were able to do this and put our time that we would, because we know a lot of people don't have the time. They're working or they have kids or whatever, and we're able to put all that time into this to have shows like this, and we're grateful for it. I mean, it's not easy. Is it a lot of work? Absolutely. I mean, we got to pick the right guests. Just that, we got to figure that stuff out. At least you're a regular. That makes one show a month easy. And I do want to say something, and we're not that we're getting to the end. Our next Patreon show is going to be on Sunday, July 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific. And I would like this. I don't know what Michael's doing, but we would love to have you be there so people can talk to us live if you'd be so kind. We'll make sure that you have that link. So hopefully you can join us, and anyone else that's watching. We'd love to have people join us on our Patreon. So.
Yeah, God knows we had a ton of fun in your Patreon chat. That's great people.
Absolutely. And I want everyone to, I've really been, and I'm so grateful for the outpour on Patreon. And whether you join the Our Everyday Lives Patreon or the Truth Stream Patreon, it's really a great support that will last the test of time. And it's very evident right now, the importance of Patreon at this time. And each and every one of us are here to work. Like he said, we don't have wives, we don't have kids, we have the mission. I know the two of you. We've said this over. I don't know you physically in this world, but there is a divine reason why we have connected. And I know you, like, I mean, I guess it's because of the Paisans, but I know you guys from a past life.
Yeah.
And I say
Absolutely.
over and over again, we are getting the band back together.
Yeah. I love it.
And it's the three of us, and we have other people that are coming, and it's going to continue. And when I come back, I'm putting everyone on my back, and we're all going up together. Which we're seeing everything be exposed. We see we have a friend Lewis that actually speaks about this as well. Everything is being exposed right now. There could be people out there. There could be people in your vicinity. They're fake people, and they're siphoning your energy away. What we all need to do is come together instead of bickering back and forth. I have a mission, and the mission is set by God. And the two of you know this. I know you guys do the same. Very grateful for the two of you. But it's time now. This is the time. Everything that I've been through in the past few years, everything. I was telling the people on my Patreon, it's like, all right, here's another one from Michael. He could handle it. Don't worry. Here's another one from Michael. Here's another.
Just load him up. He
can handle it, Mike. Yeah. So, but they say that that God only gives you what you could handle. So I know that I'm divinely protected, and I'm just in a different place than I was years ago. And there's just such a power in being alone. And I think that's why if a person is listening to this right now, and again, we have great communities on Patreon, whether it's Our Everyday Lives, the Truth Stream, come together. We are all alone right now, and there's a reason for this. This is such a very powerful, this is a time period that you have an opportunity. It cannot be wasted. And God will not allow it to be wasted. Some things you can say, well, this is a terrible thing, but God is actually protecting you. And in the end, we have to go into the future and then look at past experiences. And then you say, now it makes sense. And I guarantee you, as we go to the end of this month, we're all going to come together and we're going to say, now it makes sense.
I have felt that a lot, as having been an outdoor ed counselor, I never, and we've talked about this on the show. It was just, it was a year and a half of my life, and I was in the deserts of Idaho, but there was for me, there wasn't like a class I wanted to necessarily teach I went through a bit of trauma in college with a professor. I haven't really talked about this, but he really didn't like my lab partner, and he went out of his way to make sure I did not pass this class. And it was hard, and I had to take it again, but I'd already taken the teacher through the court system, and then I was blackballed in the entire at the university. And it's a long story, but it was formal education ended very traumatically for me, and I stepped back for a long time. And so, but this show is, as much as I'm learning and our audience is learning from us, it's like this weird teacher student thing all at the same time. And it's amazing to be part of this and to share this information with people. And I do want to say one thing real quick about Lewis. The Lewis we're referring to is Lewis Herms. He's from Screw Big Gov. He put out a film called Cages, and I'll put the link below. And that's also a film about human trafficking, and that's on his Rumble channel. And he did an amazing job. And it's all about, what's going on in the state of Arizona. And that's, it's not just going on in Arizona, but he actually picked a specific location to show how real it really is. So anything you wanted to add on that?
No, I just want to commend you. I mean, what are you going to do when you're waiting for an arrest warrant to expire? You go out into the desert for a year and a half. I think it was a good move on your part. You grew a lot.
We got to throw a little bit of Paisan humor in there at times. Yes.
And I can't express the power of awareness. And people are not aware. And now they're seeing, everyone has to be shown. We are the way showers, the angels, the archangels that are here right now. And we are expanding awareness. When people are aware, then they can make better decisions. They know how to move forward. And I feel that the more the fear just leaves you. The more that you go through, the fear just goes away. It just goes away.
Yeah.
Well, those are the kind of decisions really to be most preoccupied with. I think if you're gonna be preoccupied with any decisions, and that's the illusion of fear. It's a vibration that you can make yourself no longer compatible with. If you really dig into it, but it's not from running from it. It's from embracing it. It's from, saying goodbye, throw it a little love and be done with it. But and that brings me to the fact that it seems like everybody, you probably noticed, people are getting a little nutty right now. If you haven't dealt with your shit, you're going to have to deal with your shit. There's no shortcutting that process. So, it's dark night of the soul. If it hasn't happened already, buckle up and embrace it. Really embrace it. It's just a necessary step in the process, and you'll be way better off on the other side. Jump into it like you jump into a cold lake.
Oh, I hate the cold, jumping in the cold.
I love it.
Well,
I hate it, but I
love it. You got to do a little Wim Hof breathing first.
The Wim Hof. You get the Wim Hof going.
Oh, yeah. That helps.
Yeah. Well, is there anything else we want to go over in this? We usually keep this around an hour. We got about 10 minutes left. We don't want to leave any stone unturned, even though.
No, well, that's what I shared in that Schumann resonance wave. No stone will be left unturned, and everything is being purified right now. I have shared, and you just mentioned it. I mean, people also refer to it as the dark night of the soul. I have witnessed, and others have witnessed, an increased amount of people. I have it's amazing how like a team of like actual spiritual like healers and people that heal and work with people. They're all sharing the same thing, that people are losing their minds in the past few weeks. People are losing their minds, and this. We're putting out a frequency of self-empowerment and how to heal people. And that's where the work has to be done. It has to go within a person. I share about the solar flash. People, have heard, or maybe they're new to the solar flash or ascension. The solar flash, ascension, is an inside job. It's an inside job. And we have to prepare ourselves for the increased energies. And you say, where is the evidence? It's from that period where we saw a massive wave that actually looks like a DNA strand go through the Schumann. I never seen that design as long as I've been looking at it. I've seen some strange things. I've never seen anything like it. I've never had first-hand experience during that wave. And God will show you. I'm going through it right now. I said to God, because listen, a lot of people are like me. I rather live in truth than live in fakeness, an illusion. And you say to God, show me the truth no matter what the cost. Show me the truth no matter what the cost. And now I see everything. A lot of cost though, but it's worth it in the end.
That's right.
It's all right. I'm still alive, Light Warriors. I'm still going.
You feel like you're losing your mind. Just remember, a wise man once said, the mind is a terrible thing.
Mind is a terrible thing, yeah.
Well,
True.
the monkey mind is, we can
terrible thing.
We can ignore that. We really can. It's time to go here. Get out of here. Go here.
And that's what I've going through this process right now. That's what I've done. If I think about this like through my mind, I'm saying holy shift. It's like but it's always darkest before the dawn. And I said to God over and over again that I came here for a specific purpose. And we could all see that, maybe things weren't rocket shipping. It kind of reached a level, and this is a way of breaking through to a level like we've never seen before. We've never seen before. And, I want everyone to know that, I always had this drive within me. I will never lose this drive. I know the two men that I'm very proud to be on the screen with the two of you. I will never lose focus of what I'm doing, and as Captain America said, I have got your back until the end of the line.
You do strike me as a bit, as a superhero. I mean, he has those dashing looks, that chiseled beard.
Hey, and a pole. It was probably down to the Batcave.
That's right.
The whole time.
Now, people don't know. We've mentioned the stripper pole because we go from serious to Michael up in Brooklyn.
Now I'm running, right? I'm running. So I it's, instead of doing the pole dancing workouts, I'm running, I'm lifting. One of the goals, and again, so we actually shared about this. I just keep me posted on the time, but I want to review everything. I shared how I didn't have appetite. I feel like myself, I had to go through a healing crisis, how to heal my organs. We have to be aware of stress in the liver, and I've done videos on this. One of them is on Rumble, and thinking about our liver health and analyzing the stress that's in our life and what's really going on in our life. And these other things, can throw us off. So now I'm just seeing my health constantly improve. I'm constantly getting in better shape. And that's one of the goals. And I will move forward with that to show people that we can constantly, doesn't matter. We're not aging, we're evolving, and we're going to constantly improve ourselves. And, it's been said that stress is the #1 cause of disease. So think about all the stress that's out there in the world right now. So when you get rid of stress, you just, it's everything's so much better without the stress.
Absolutely.
So we're all going to chill out. We're going to have a big party, hang out on the beach, and we're going to have a celebration. Will it be for 144,000? Would it be for 100 million? Who knows?
Or
sky's the limit.
Yeah, or will it be someone having Michael over to dinner?
It'll be the Paisan anniversary, right? That's the pre-party.
The
pre-party is the Paisan anniversary. Or if, we talked to Frank from Quite Frankly, talked to Maria and a couple of other Italians, and we might just make it the Paisanathon. I think I think it's going to take more than an hour to.
I think so.
Yeah, we're going to make some pizzas. We're going to fire up the pizza oven. It's going to be great.
So I want to conclude with this. This is my life's work, and I don't go by labels. I will move forward, improving everyone's life. It doesn't matter the label. The Hopi prophecy said we're different colors, classes, and creeds. I don't care, who you are, how you identify, if you're Democrat, Republican. I don't care about anything. I'm here to improve your life. And maybe certain things are trying to stop it. This is my mission in life. I've seen the changes for myself. And when you see, good, the bad, the ugly, you just move forward, and it's an unstoppable force. And now we're all ready. How this will play out, we don't know. I'm ready. We're all ready. We're getting the band back together. We're causing a ripple. We're causing a wave that can't be stopped. I don't care who you are. We're all going up together right now. And if you're getting this, you could find me on Rumble. You can find me on Patreon. And you will see the resurrection on YouTube. I will accomplish everything that I set out for. This is your commander, and I'm here for the victory of the light. Let's go now. I love you all.
Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for your beautiful closing statement, Michael. And we're right there with you, and we're proud to have you on our show. And we love you, man.
I love you too. I love you both very much. You're really my brothers, and it's my honor to do this, even if I'm just common Mike, just beaten and kicked to the curb, and I'm just.
Oh, no. You never will be.
All of these things, it lasts the test of time. Everyone's going to see me. Everyone's going to see you, and it's all going to last the test of time, because we all have to see now. Yep. I just, listen. If I'm just chilling on the beach, then that's it, and I just hang out with you guys, and I just want to be happy. I did a video. Don't you want to be happy? There's so much crazy people out there. They're so angry. They get so angry at you. Don't you just want to be happy? I want to be happy.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's a choice. Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. You know what to do. Subscribe, like, share. Look at the descriptions. There's all kind of goodies below. Heck, I might even throw my music video at the end of our version of it. I'll send it to Michael. So, all right. Take care. Much love.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Something about the world ain't right. The darkness lives in plain sight. In the ether, adjust your eyes. There are those that have no clue. You give them hints, they just stare at you. Plato's cave, watching the wall, chained up as a slave, as a slave. What's not true is what you believe. Lifting veils to help you see. Fighting for you, bleeding.
fighting